I don't know about rent-free. It's like you compare it to like the steel beams that hold the apartment together. It's just so vital. All right, so where were we? We're in the middle of combat. That's right. That's why the crazy music is playing.
Yes.
So, Toa, it's your turn.
Yes, I've had all of, you know, in real time. I've had all
How was that?
I've had all of 2 weeks to decide how I was going to attack number 2.
I punch him.
So if I remember correctly, number 2 isn't looking so great.
We verify that. Number 2 looks okay. Number 2 looks fine. They both look about the same amount of okay/not okay.
I guess we're skipping our recap and getting straight to the combat again.
Oh, no, sorry. If you have a recap mouse, it's been like, what, 3 weeks? Yeah, lay it on us.
Yeah.
Okay. So last we started, we entered the room full of sarcophagi, and upon entering the sarcophagi room, Garthus decided to disarm a skeleton on the ground, to which he succeeded. And Benadryl then tried to open one of the other sarcophagi, only to fail. Although, upon falling back and resting against the wall, he woke the skeletons with, the xylophone ringing. And we then killed said xylophone skeletons, one with his own arm, no less.
Yes, Garthus destroyed the skeleton he disarmed with his own arms.
Xylotons.
After combat, Garthus gave Benadryl a hand from the skeleton to be used with his catapult spell when he wishes, and keeping one for himself. Probably to tell people to talk to the hand and whip it out or something. I don't know. I don't know what that guy's plan is. He is elusive. Following that, it was door kicking time, which subsequently led to Benadryl and Garthus falling down a giant hole and discovering gravity.
I hate that. I hate when that happens.
And then after finding out how potions works, thanks to Albertine, it was door kicking time round 2. And after kicking down the second door, it led to a small prison of sorts, where we are now, in which there are people being held in the cell, 2 women and a boy, if I recall, along with a haphazard pile of worn clothes on the far end of the room.
Yes, indeed.
Inside door number 1 was also 2 Redbands,
who were very surprised to see us.
To which we and they got to stabbing, and that's where we are now.
Hell yeah. Well, commence with the stabbing, and also add an additional inspiration to your stack of inspirations, Mouse.
I have 3!
Now wait, did you have 2?
I had 2 already.
Yeah, you have 3 now.
Triple inspiration.
Free real estate if anybody else is interested.
Pretty much at this point. I'm
Can't
just
tell.
stacking these things.
I can't tell if my cat is shredding my curtains or if he's using the scratching post I got him, because like obscured and I just see the curtains moving. Hear the sound of ripping cloth. All right, Toa, you're up. It's your turn.
Yep. So, real quick, explain mechanically. If number 1 tries to move to attack me, he will have to eat an opportunity attack from either Sildar and/or Garthus. Is that correct?
Unless he disengages.
But then he wouldn't be able to attack me. Is that correct, or?
He could attack you without provoking an opportunity attack from Garthus, but not without provoking an opportunity attack from Sildar.
So Sildar would get to take a swing at him if he tried to engage me.
Correct. From where he is now.
Okay.
This is cramped.
I was going to say, mechanically, the opportunity attack is probably the thing I get the least, but...
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I'm going to take out my quarterstaff, and I'm going to attempt to bonk number 2.
Alright, roll to hit.
Less lethal if possible. I gotta hit him first.
Oh.
Man, all of that deciding for 3 weeks only to roll a 3 and miss him outright.
Destiny. It's a 3.
You don't
Very
hit
good.
him. I will remind
Carry
you that
on.
you have like 3 inspirations just chilling. But I mean, I ain't telling you how to live your life.
Yeah, I have 3 inspirations on my own. Do you still have yours on your own, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think this is worth a reroll.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll say also, you feel free to like share those. Get loosey-goosey
Yeah.
with them. All right.
Yeah, I don't.
I've got 3 right now.
Yeah, I don't think it's a critical enough roll to use an inspiration on.
Not a critical roll.
It should be a critical roll.
All right. So it's Garhi's turn. If that's it for you, Toa.
Yeah, it is.
So he's gonna flank, and then he is going to use his hand axe.
The hand axe he's been trying to get rid of.
Yeah. Use the hand axe. That's a 17 that hits. He's gonna roll for damage. All right, that does 5 damage. So he swings his hand axe. The Redbrand gets hit. You don't like it. Well, actually, on that note, it is this guy's turn now, and he's going to tactically kind of disengage, run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's gonna shove Toa out of the way.
6. Yeah, he disengages, and that's his turn. He's getting out of there. This guy, he's looking pretty spooked. He's pretty overwhelmed. He's also going to disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. They're like pushing each other out of the way to get out of there. And Lars, it's your turn.
Okay, well, I know what I'm doing.
Lars, begin the bunking.
Oh, dear heavens, they're coming at me!
They look like they're like racing past you. They look like they're going to sound the alarm.
Well, if this is a time as any, I'm gonna play Frost Fingers for that 15-foot cone to hit both of them.
All right. Go for
I
it.
use this one. This is a level 1.
Is it a... I forget. Is it a save or is that an attack roll?
Let me look. Casting time 1. Each creature Constitution saving roll.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to roll once for each one of them. Con. All right. What's the DC?
DC. Let me
You
look.
probably failed that.
Yeah, first one definitely failed. It doesn't matter what the DC is. He failed.
Okay.
Second one also failed. Same exact roll. All right, so they both fail. Roll damage.
Damage is 2d8.
2d8. All right, roll it.
Let me grab it. That's not a d8. Hold on.
We've rolled 3 consecutive 3s today.
That's a d8, I think.
Man, that
3
means I
squared.
better roll 3.
Yeah, that's a d8. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
that. You said it was
roll
2?
Yeah, it's 2 of them. So 7, 8.
Oh boy.
15. Goodness gracious. So you guys see these two ruffians just kind of elbow their way out of the room dramatically and just like sprint through the door, round the corner. They do like a little skid, and then you hear Lars go ah, and you hear just like magic twinkly noises, and then poof, just like this explosion of frost, and then like clink clink shatter. They fall over and like
I feel like they slide and crash against the wall.
Oh my god, like bad frostbite. Just like red ice cubes.
I didn't think it would be that potent.
It's okay. You prevented them from bleeding all over the floor, technically speaking.
My god.
I'm not here to make human ice cubes!
Yeah, no.
To be fair,
They had a
were
very
actually-
ice time.
This is like human crushed ice.
Lars just retreats into the corner and just puts his head
All right.
against the wall.
Everybody
To be
gets
fair, they were out to make jerky out of us, so go for it.
yeah. Everybody gets 80 XP.
I love. So that's how they make the red slushies at Burger King.
Oh, hey, I
Yep.
think that's a level up.
All right, plus 80. That is a level up.
All right, so
Hey.
go ahead and
Level 3.
HP. Roll for HP. If you get more than the average, take it. If you get less than the average, take the average.
So what? 1d6.
Yep. Depending on your class. Paladins are D10. Yeah. Wizards are D6.
Hey, DM.
Oh, I got
Yes.
it too.
When we
Yes.
hit level 4, do you mind if I just switched my original character sheet?
Sure. I mean, unless it has some broken stuff on it, just let me look at it and then we'll see.
It's the one I sent you. You
We'll
didn't
see.
mention anything broken on it.
It's probably fine. Yeah, let me just double check. Anyway, you
Need a D8.
I rolled a 2. That's pretty awful.
that's not
Like,
bad. Well, actually, that's lower than average. So just take 4, which is the average.
Yeah, 4. Okay, I'll do that.
I think this is my D8. No, that's a D10. That back. Okay, yeah. So I need a D8. So my hit dice it says is 2, so I'm assuming it's 2, and then it says D8 in parentheses. So I roll a D8.
Yeah.
6. And I have a -1 modifier, I think. Yeah,
I think that's
Constitution.
actually exactly average. So good for you.
Is it?
Weird.
+5?
Yeah, 6 is the average. Or actually, maybe 5 is the average. Yeah, you just take 6. I think that's either average or higher.
Uh-oh. My thing bugged out. Oh, no.
Oh no.
It said I earned some sort of cantrip scribble thing, and then it just closed on me.
That's fine. Reopen it. It does that sometimes.
I honestly don't remember what I do on level ups now. It's been so long.
You pick character or no?
On some level ups you do. If it gives you options, then you have to pick a thing. I think level 3 you pick a subclass, depending on what your class is. Either level 2 or 3 you pick a subclass.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it would give you an option with your HP. If you're not happy with your subclass, you can go back in and pick it.
Oh, it was HP, and then it was scroll down tab for wizard. I'm like, oh, it's just doing rolls for wizard. Okay.
Yeah,
So I guess I'm a wizard.
all of your stuff will be in your information, so all of your new stuff will be in there. There's a good bit. You want to read all of that and read it well. But anyway,
Information. That's the stuff I wrote at the top. There's my racial traits, then my school for backstory.
So is that all of them?
Oh, I didn't. Oh, I totally forgot to do that.
yeah, all of the ones that you saw. But that's not all the people there. Remember the captives. So there are 3 captives. Looks like there is 2 up here and 1 down here. There is a human woman looking to be 20s or early 30s. Can you hear my cat?
Yes, I heard that.
He's noisy. I'm busy. I'll play with you later. I know.
Apparently, I could pick an arcane tradition at 2nd level. I didn't do that. I don't even know how to do that.
Just go. I'll show you how to do it. It's pretty easy. If you want to redo anything on your character, you can just click on the little 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner, hit Edit, and it will let you go through character creation again. So it gives you all the drop-downs. Right.
Oh, yeah, every time I do this, it just duplicates my stuff. Oh, there it is. Select optional features. I can get cantrip formulas. That was what I got for the level up to 3.
Okay. All
You
right.
can use formulate cantrip in your mind. Whenever you finish a long rest and consult those formulas in your spell book, you can replace one wizard cantrip you know with another from the wizard spell list. Okay, so that just allows me to actually swap stuff out at rest now.
Yes. That's pretty cracked, actually. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I now have second level spells. We can figure that out though at the break because that's in a few minutes. But
Yeah.
let's get back to here. So now that the guards are now pasted all over the floor, we can ask some questions.
Yeah. I mean, of the captives. So, who's taking point on that?
I guess I could. I planned on doing that last time.
Okay.
Benadryl kind of retreats behind everyone and gives the most unhinged grin.
Hey, Benadryl, if you want, go search through the bandits or the Red Band's things and see if there's anything useful among the slushy.
Ah, that's a good idea.
All right.
All right, I searched them.
Well, the things that were like so kind of mush within their clothes. If you've ever like, what's a good analogy? If you've ever had like a tube of Oreos and then absolutely whacked the hell out of it, or like graham crackers, they're kind of like that, but with flesh and bones. So like the blades and stuff are still fine, but like their flesh is a little bit messed up. They look kind of freezer burnt. With some like a little bit of shattering going on. There's still some frost on the walls. You have the potential to salvage, not their uniforms. Their uniforms are kind of ruined. But there's some knives, like some blades, that you can salvage. Two just like regular scimitars. They're not of great quality, not very valuable, but you can use them to like stab things.
Catapult.
In their pockets and see if they had any cash on them.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, no, nothing.
What?
We rolled a 3 again.
I cast. Hang on, where is it? I cast Do It Again on me.
Are you going to replace that with one of your morning rolls? Or you're just going to reroll?
Again?
I forget which ability it is. I know there's one for Chronal.
Yeah, I think it's Chronal Shift.
Yeah, okay. So you just replace it with one of the rolls that you had at the beginning of the day?
No, I can just pick. I've used one so far, so I can force a reroll. Natural 20.
Okay, you find a hidden compartment in one of their shoes, and about 5 gold pieces.
Yes. I take the shoe.
Dump the gold pieces out.
No, I take the entire shoe.
Oh, okay. Single shoe with hidden compartment and 5 gold pieces to your inventory.
Hey, Benadryl, I think we can make a mean prank out of that.
Oh, you don't know what I'm going to put in here.
As you all are talking, there's 3 people kind of huddled in the corner over here. A woman and her 2 children.
Hey, Lars, can you go have a chat?
They're staring at you, suspiciously, just kind of backed into the corner as far as they can get.
Lars slowly approaches the cell, but keeps distance from the door with as non-threatening manner as he can. Hello in there. May I ask what you're doing in there? I'm assuming that you're not friends with the Red Bands.
Benadryl is taking off his shoe and replacing it.
Does it fit?
The shoe is 3 sizes too big.
Benadryl has belts.
The shoe is also much heavier than what you're used to wearing. It's like solid leather. So...
You just don't want me to have any fun, do you?
I mean, it's all circumstantial. This is a fighter, you're a wizard, there's differences in stature.
He's 6'3".
Benadryl?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Alright.
Yeah. He's a very tall and lanky boy.
The shoe doesn't encumber your movement, but it's a little small. Bit uncomfortable. you kind of hobble when you wear it. So
I
the
stamp and just kind of like get it ready.
the three prisoners, one looks at what you assume is their mother and says, "Mom, I don't think they're Redbrands. They might be able to help us." And then he like gets up and he races to the bars. He's just like, "Please, let us out. They killed my father. They plan to sell us into slavery."
Oh dear heavens! That's awful. Benadryl, did any one of those two have the key by chance?
I did not find the key. Let me check again.
All right, Toa, look around here and see if you can find something.
If anybody has a passive perception of 10 or above, you see like a ring of keys just hanging on the wall.
Oh, right here.
I have
Never
passive
mind.
perception, I think 13.
Yeah, no.
So,
Yeah, I've got passive perception 11. So.
Unless your passive perception is lower than 10, you see it.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
they're pretty
passive
Never mind.
obviously there. Like, you'd only miss it if it was like really dark. All right, you unlock the cell, and they both kind of gratefully scutter out, and they're like a little bit traumatized. Some of them have like scrapes and bruises on their face. It seems like they've been kind of roughed up a little bit.
Now, boys, before you walk out here, the two gentlemen who are guarding your cell are kind of in a mushy pile over here, so just don't look as you walk out, please.
All right, so like the prisoners just kind of creep through very cautiously, very slowly. They kind of stick to you guys as they go out through. They see like the lifeless bodies of the Redbrands, just kind of lumpy and shapeless. They breathe an audible sigh of relief. They're
Oh,
just like,
goody.
Lars peeks his head around the corner, reluctantly gazing upon the slushified remains.
yeah.
The
So
thing
They
is-
remained very cool-headed under pressure.
I don't want to hear it, Benadryl.
The thing is, gentlemen, I don't know if we can let them out the way we came in, because the Nothic is probably done munching by now.
We'll
You
just
do.
eat them.
You bring up a good
Why don't we
point.
just jump the Nothic?
We-
I don't think that's a fight we would want to take unless we absolutely have to.
I think we can take him.
So the two kids are both like, "The one-eyed monster, no!" And they like will not go through this doorway. They're just like, no, please,
Yeah.
anything but that.
It's like, boys, please do not raise your voice. We don't want him to hear you.
They get real
Yes,
quiet.
yes, hush.
It's also a boy and a girl, and the mother basically like turns around and chides them, trying to encourage them to be brave. There's a little bit of crying.
All right. But the problem is, it's not safe to go across the other way. That pitfall trap. Yeah, there's a small ledge, but it's not stable, and it's likely to collapse if we go over that.
They look
Was
so
there anything
stressed
else
out.
in this room?
Both of them looks like all three of them look so stressed out. They're like what would happen if you put a squirrel in a small tin box and started shaking it.
Okay. Think, Lars. Think. Lars starts pacing around the room, thinking.
Okay.
Perhaps we can go and take a look to see if that thing is still out there. Just a look.
Benadryl walks over to the scimitars and like pokes one with his foot.
Pokes the
And is just
scimitar.
like the ones from the slushified bad guys.
Okay.
And
Makes a
it's
little-
just like
Makes a little ding. as
Y'all
you,
might
like,
want to
kick
use
it.
this.
They all shake their heads and they're just like, "None of us are fighters, but we'll do what we
Better than
must."
nothing.
Like the mother kind of nods to her son, and then the mother and the son both pick up scimitars and hold them awkwardly as if they were like carrying lumber, while the daughter just kind of meekly, anxiously follows behind.
Hey, Benadryl, remember to grab those daggers. They'll make excellent catapult weapons.
Daggers? What? Oh,
I don't think they had
daggers. Okay.
Philip.
No, they just had scimitars.
Oh, I thought you said they had daggers on them.
do they have any intact hands?
Kinda. They're like.
Are
sorta
they
stiff.
intact enough to be recognized as hands at a glance?
But like they're in gloves, so yeah. I don't know how.
Considers and then says,
No, not worth it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
They stare in like horror and awe as Toa just like tumbles through the cave wall.
They cut back in.
all
Don't
right.
worry about it.
Yeah, forget it.
Well,
Okay, so
I see-
Lawrence,
Yes.
we either have a couple options. We can either try to open up the wall back here,
We don't even
or
know if that wall has anything behind it.
there's that, or we try to figure out a way to make this pitfall less wide.
I still have a rope. We might be able to do something with that.
Or it's fairly deep. I don't know if we can throw enough junk down there to make it passable.
No, absolutely not. That's
You
not
guys
going
want to
work.
like take a look at this? You guys want to check it out?
I guess we should. Sildar, Albertine, watch this door. Make sure no one comes through.
Can we close this door?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
You can close all the doors.
Yeah. So I want this door closed.
All right, go ahead and just like press 2 on it, or 1. Press either 2 or 1, and it should close.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
All right, so you go over to the to this ledge or this chasm, and you see there are 2 narrow shelves on either sides that, if you were careful, you could shimmy across.
I don't feel comfortable having the kids shimmy across this.
Well,
Possibly
here's
not.
what we can. Here's what we could do. We could
could
have one of
throw
us stand
kids.
on. One of us would have to cross with the rope, and then one of us would stand on either side with the rope, so we have something for the kids to hold on to as they cross, just to keep them steady. We could do that.
Hey, isn't the cell on the other side of this wall?
Yeah. One of the cells, one of the empty ones.
What are the odds I can knock this wall down?
You wanna?
What?
Do you wanna try a strength? Do you wanna like try and? You
Like-
wanna try and hit it with a mace or something? What's your plan?
I'm trying to look at my arsenal.
I mean, Albertine still has that mace we took from Clog.
Like, this is just like a normal stone wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a pretty thick stone wall, if you ask me.
I was thinking, if they're stone blocks, in theory, we can use fire and ice to dislodge them.
Good.
By getting water in between the cracks, because these are old. There's cracks in the stone.
That's
It would
true.
shatter them.
That's true.
So, what that would mean, because, Lars, you have an ice spell that's a cantrip, right?
I do. Ray of Frost.
Yeah, so in theory, we could Ray of Frost the seams of the wall, and then I could use... do you have a fire cantrip, too?
No, I do not.
Okay, well, I
I'm
can
not
use
a
Sacred...
fire wizard.
I can use
The other
Sacred
wizard
Flame.
being real quiet over there.
I could use Sacred Flame to try and flash the ice to steam, which should separate the stone block.
Ray of Frost does not. It's just frost. It's not a lot of water.
It's just a beam of magically intensified cold. It takes all of the thermal energy out of a single line area.
But-
Very well put, Benadryl.
But what that also would... It would make the stone brittle, right?
Yeah.
In
So
theory,
you're
Okay.
geometrically you're aware enough that all this would do is let you into this prison.
So it wouldn't necessarily help us, because we would have to still knock down a second wall.
Yeah, and you don't know what, if anything, is behind that wall. Like, it could just be solid stone for all you know.
Yeah, because I was thinking the
Just
only
making
other...
sure you know that before you, like, spend a bunch of time figuring out how to get it down.
Yeah, because I was thinking the only other thing we could use is like, even if I blew up this entire wall on this side, it wouldn't necessarily fill the hole either.
Plan B, and I just thought of it, and I think Garth, this is rubbing off on me, and I can't believe I'm about to say this. Is there a bucket around here?
Actually,
Anybody have one?
We could put the remains of our friends there and give it to the Nothic and let them escape out the front of the cave.
we tell the Nothic that they're in here, and then we jump him.
I don't know if jumping him's a good idea.
I
The
will
thing is,
remind
that
you.
if you're gonna do that, you have to be 100% sure we're gonna kill him.
You make a good point. We come back later. I want that eye.
Alright, how heavy are these doors?
Solid
Are they wood?
oak. Yeah, but they're solid wood. They're not like paneled. They're not hollow or anything. They're solid.
Do you think we could make a bridge out of them? Like, would they fit the gap?
No, they're not tall enough. They just fall right in.
The gap is 20 feet wide. These doors are at most 6.
The children and their mother just kind of approach, and they're just like, "We could try and shimmy across. If it means we can get out of here and we can avoid that monster, then we're willing to give it a go."
Okay, if we're gonna...
I second that idea, honestly. We'll just have... We're gonna need one of the strong guys to go ahead first.
let's have Albertine and Garthus go across first. Okay. Have Sildar guard the rear flank.
Well, no. You listen to me. Toa, we need one on each side to hold the rope. I'm going to give them a rope. One's going to cross, and they're going to hold it. So,
have
has to be on one side, and Albertine has to be on the other.
All right, Albertine kind of gives like a commanding, brave face, and then checks his acrobatics bonus. Checks his dex bonus, and then tries to shimmy across. Aha! He does it. He makes it. He's across to the other side.
Perfect, Albertine.
Yeah, it looks a little bit shaky a few times. His foot slips as the little ledge crumbles slightly, and he breathes a sigh of relief as he gets to the other side. He's home free.
Hey, Albertine, is there anything immediately on the other side we need to be aware of?
He looks around, looks into this ledge, and he's just like, This wall's a bit funny, but other than that, it looks about normal.
Okay, we'll worry about the wall as soon as we get everyone across.
Is there any doors that you can see over there, or is it just a dead end?
Not a door. I don't know. I'll need some time to study this. Hey,
Well,
throw
if
me a
there's
rope!
No exit over there. We shouldn't go across.
One moment. And he, like, pokes his nose kind of into this.
Now I think about it, how did they even get down here in the first place? They didn't use the stone door we used, did they? I asked the mother, do you know how you got down here?
She says that she was taken through this door over here and kind of around and through this chasm.
Okay, so she did come through the hidden door.
Yeah.
Okay.
They took her through this the secret passage in the forest.
Okay. Well, I was hoping to potentially get map information. Unfortunately, the only people who might have that information for us is now slushy all over the floor.
I'm sorry, I panicked!
Wait a minute.
It's not your fault, because chances are we would not have been able to take them alive anyway.
Albertine runs back out, and in his bronze tenor voice, he's just like, "I've found a way out! This isn't cobblestones. This is just a tapestry." And you hear ripping, and then he's holding up some sort of false wall.
Huh.
This way!
Interesting.
Throw me a rope!
Lars, if you please.
Lars begins pulling the rope out of his backpack and gets ready to toss it across. You ready, Albertine?
He holds out his hands and nods.
All right. Lars throws the rope across the chasm. Do I have to do a strength check for that?
Nah. That gets kind of tedious when you're like, all right, I want to pull up my trousers. What die do I roll?
No, I do that every morning.
No, it's okay. This is fine. You know how to throw a rope over a 10-foot opening. Yeah, he catches it. No, this is just 10.
Only 10. All right.
Each square is 5 feet. So he catches it, and then he wraps it around his hands a few times, kind of tugs it tight. And then he looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and he's just like, "How much do you weigh?"
Garthus, why don't you hold this rope?
All right. Garthus comes across to the other side, takes the rope, and they both kind of pull it taut, stand back a little bit. Now there's a rope just kind of spanning that little chasm there.
Very good.
All right.
Lars, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go over across? We have 2 people on each side.
I'll go over first.
Okay.
That way I can watch Albertine's back while we get the kids and the mother across.
Okay. Do we want to have the kids and the mother go next, or do you want to wait until either me or Benadryl's
Yes,
across?
we'll have them go after me.
Copy. Alrighty, kiddos, you ready?
All right. The kids kind of nod enthusiastically. They look really eager to get out, and then they gingerly just kind of cross to the other side. They're small and light enough that they, with the help of the rope, they don't lose their footing. They get across just fine.
Alright.
I will also cross. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you like weigh a whole lot, then you don't even need to make a...
Lars is like 5'2", maybe
Yeah, you're
130 pounds.
You're
Well, with
fine.
his gear, he might be 150, but
Unless you're huge and heavy, you get across just fine.
Lars is a spindly little stick.
Yeah, everybody's able to
Alright.
cross, so go ahead and just move yourselves to the other side.
Okay. I'm assuming the mother makes it as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't prepare for this.
Oh no!
I guess we have to get everyone else across too. Sildar and Benadryl also have to come across.
Right, you do that real quick. I want to do some quick, rebuilding.
It makes me wonder what you expected us to do if you weren't prepared for this.
Probably
I
go back
knew
and
it was
fight
going to
them
happen.
out.
I have the
Oh.
ADHD brain, and I was like, yeah, they're going to go over here. My brain didn't make the leap of, if they're over there, I need to build something for them to get to.
Gotcha.
I just took it for granted that it'd be like, no, it's fine.
Gotcha.
I mean, I
Been
wasn't
there,
going to cross
done
if
that.
there wasn't anything on the other end.
Every day of my life. Every single day.
Well, while you do that, do you want to take our break now since it's at 4?
Good idea, actually. And we will
Yeah,
be
that
back.
way everyone can handle their level up stuff if they need to, and then
Toasted Marsh asks if we've tried to seduce the wall. That's a good one. I'm afraid
I think that would have been the best option.
Come on, if
there
you
is
would
no
try,
bard in this party. Dang it!
it's all right.
Are there any mirrors in the room?
One of you can be a bard in spirit. All right, we're gonna take our break now. See you later. And we're back. All
Be
right.
back.
So you all go through. I see no reason in drawing this out. You all make it across. And Sildar is the last person. He just kind of teeters. It's a little bit sketchy for a minute, but then he's fine. There you are.
Oh! Oh, that's fancy. Look at that. There's even dice up there floating.
Yeah,
Oh, there might be some secret combination or something.
there might be.
Okay. So, who wants to explore behind the tapestry? We need to make sure it's clear first, and I don't fancy being first. I don't want to be stabbed again.
I say Albertine or Gartha should go first. The Sildar and whoever doesn't go first should be rear guard. Everyone else in the middle.
Before that, I have an idea.
Oh.
Benadryl kind of peeks around the corner and just casts Firebolt down the hallway.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess roll to hit.
Presumably, I just hit the wall.
Yeah, it like splashes against the stone wall, like right here. Or right
Okay,
here.
good.
Why is it here? Here, never mind. Hitbox
You're
for this thing
struggling.
is so messed up. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no, it grabbed my dice! I just noticed. That's what happened to those.
Okay,
Oh well,
good.
I'm
Now that
alright.
there's
I'll,
nobody-
I'll live without him.
I've had some weird things go on here. I just wanted to make sure there was no one down there.
Well,
that's
if
fine.
there was, they know now.
Yeah, so this is a 5-foot wide landing at the top here, with stone steps that descend, 2 short flights. There's another door here.
Is this similar to the room I was in before? Do you remember?
Yes.
It was.
It's actually the exact same. So that you recognize it from the other side. This is where you escaped from last time.
Oh, we're actually like really close to the exit, guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Through the door,
All right.
Which door? This one up here?
right? It is that door, right?
Correct.
So don't go rushing through there, because that's the barracks. There's a lot of angry people on the other side.
Word.
Oh no, isn't the barracks actually where I escaped from? Isn't that this door?
How do you... Real quick, how do you unattach something?
I don't remember. Don't you just attach it again? And it just unattaches it when you do that?
Does not look like it. Oh well. That could wait. What are you guys doing? Where are you guys going? You just getting out of there?
Okay. Well, I guess we could first confirm that the exit is actually reachable?
That would
Good
be
idea.
a good idea.
Okay.
Because
Here's
you
the
have to get
thing.
these people out of here.
We haven't seen the guy I burnt the fingies off of.
You burned the fingies off, dude?
Yeah, he
Oh,
won't be
yeah.
happy to see us.
Yeah, his name was Raglin, if I recall.
Yeah,
Rather gruff fellow.
he won't
Oh,
be happy
dear.
to see us.
Oh,
That guy
goodness.
was kind of a dick, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I probably burnt his fingerprints off with a very hot piece of metal.
Oh no, you buffed him! He's a thief, man. He's not gonna leave any fingerprints anymore.
I would say he'll probably be dead before he gets to use that.
Next thief character I'm playing, I'm cauterizing his fingers.
Touche.
And then you'll find out like locate object and stuff kind of makes that point mute.
Yeah. Okay.
Can they even detect fingerprints in the first place?
No, this is the Middle Ages. They don't dust.
I was
they
gonna
don't dust
say.
fingerprints.
I don't think the fingerprint thing is that big of a deal.
Yeah.
What is this shower you speak of? Bathing?
Oh, well, it's a common thing to do up in the capital. I remember having quite a few, and I'm honestly missing
Look,
one.
there's water right there. Whoa!
Ah!
I just set myself on fire.
What have you done? The world!
I've clipped to the world once again.
Toa,
It
stop
was
having
fine.
SC Sheet 1 enabled, please. Oh, earthquake!
Oh, why'd you turn on no clip? There we go. Alright, hold on.
Alright, everybody back.
Alright, yeah, so behind door number 1 over here should be a barracks with beds in it, so there could be people in there. Chances are when you set the wall on fire, if there was someone in there, they would have poked their head out.
So this is where you went with Mr. Raglan.
Yeah. So, if we're looking to get the children out, we need to go this way.
Alright, the children kind of look at the door and then look at you anxiously.
We should check that before we let them go up. We don't want them to get jumped.
Yeah, there's like 100% chance there's at least 4 dudes up there.
Please, sir, have haste. We're anxious.
Benadryl just
to gain our
confidently
freedom.
strides up and opens the door.
Alright, yeah, you throw the door open and
Well-
look down the hall, and there's nobody in the hall. It's dark. There's just like a straight hallway with some sconces, and then a ladder at the end of the hallway that leads to a trapdoor.
Oh yeah, I
All
also
is
blew
as
out all,
populated as my love life.
I also blew out all the torches, so be careful of stuff on the ground.
You blew them out? Oh, the torches have been relit.
Oh, they relit them. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is this
Still empty.
just the corridor?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
the
this
corridor
is
that
just
goes
the
to the
corridor.
trapdoor.
Oh, hey, Benadryl, you might want to double check that trapdoor is even openable. I might have welded it shut.
The trapdoor or the door?
The trapdoor.
Oh,
At
is
the
there
end of the
another
hall.
trapdoor?
Is there a second trapdoor? Like, what are you talking about?
No, at the end of the hall, there's a ladder that leads up to a trap door that goes up.
Yeah, I may or may not have overheated the metal and welded the door shut.
Benadryl walks just into the hall.
Okay.
I would like to say, Toa, they chased us out of the manor. If you remember yesterday, I don't think it's welded shut.
Gonna draw a hallway here, and then there is
It may
a
not be.
trapdoor here. The end. Yeah, you go to the trapdoor. It looks like it's been like pried open.
So they did have to open it. Neato.
Yeah. It does look
Open
open.
it as
though.
in forcefully open it.
Yeah.
There's
There.
Show off.
I just used the line tool.
All right, Mr. Fancy
I like the
Pants.
squiggly lines. It makes it look like it's rough cobblestone walls.
Exactly.
But they also probably have put something on top of said trapdoor.
Probably.
Last week, we were the ones that put something on that trapdoor. Remember, we put the guys we tied up on top of it.
Yeah,
Well, there's no guys out here now.
Well, I'm saying on top of the trapdoor where
I
this
mean,
leads.
is he trying to lift it right now?
Right, meow.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try.
Come on, look for yourselves.
I'm not strong enough to. If there's someone on top of it, I'm not going to be strong enough to lift that.
Oh, don't
I
worry,
wonder
I
if
have
it's-
massive muscles. It did not work.
All right.
Alright.
So Sildar calls up. Is the way clear?
we don't know yet. Hey, Albertine or Garthus should probably walk up here too.
All right. They both kind of round the corner cautiously.
Hey,
Albertine
Silda,
winks
you wanna
at
come and look
the
at this?
prisoners. Yes. Sildar like creeps through. What is? Huh? All right. That was weird. He makes his way through. What is it?
It's the door that they were talking about. I don't know what they want from it.
Ah, yes. So there is a metallic rope. It's looks to
A
have been
chain, one might say.
Yeah, it looks to have been kind of driven into the wall with like a hammer. And there's just like rungs that lead to a metal trapdoor You can see light around the rim because it's should currently be the middle of the day.
Yeah, and also the door is probably not in perfect condition because I kind of burnt it last time.
Yeah, no, it's a little
I
bit.
try and open the door.
It's a little bit wobbly. It's not that difficult to open. It swings open with a clang.
Well,
Yeah.
if there's anyone in the manor right now, we just got their attention.
Yeah, it just flies up, and like bangs on the stone. Sildar like draws his sword quietly, steps back a few paces, and then waits.
Okay, so Lars, we're gonna be caught up here. Let's reorganize our formation while we have time. There's probably gonna be Redbrands coming.
Okay.
Okay.
We're probably gonna have to fight our way through the manor.
That shouldn't be too hard. It's open space up there besides a couple boxes.
Well, the only real choice we have is we can try to get everyone up the ladder before or after fisticuffs.
I say we just let them come down here. It's a tunnel. It's a funnel.
Okay,
Can't spell funnel without fun.
Exactly. Wait, Garthus? Garthus, I didn't realize you were still cracking jokes over there.
Garthus like shrugs his shoulders and is like,
Albertine, if you'll join me in the corridor, I have an ability that'll make our melee fighters stronger in the corridor if we choose to fight in the corridor. Lars and Garthus can then take rear guard against anyone who tries to attack us from the other angle, and we can reshuffle as needed.
he nods sagely, and then Sildar, he kind of like turns back to you guys and it's just like, going to go up and take a quick peek. And he like
Copy.
goes up a few rungs, peeks his head over the edge, swings it around, and lowers it again. There's no sign of them.
Oh my god, he's missing his head.
Oh,
Hold on.
dear
Are you
heavens.
saying the manor's abandoned?
Seems to be, unless they're hiding in wait.
Oh no.
They very well could be.
On the other hand, right?
I'm in good
Sildar,
health.
can I go up and see for a
I
moment?
shall scout. If you wish.
So Lars,
Benadryl
I would say,
climbs the ladder.
as Benadryl goes to do this, Lars, it's like, we don't know the total number of these guys, right? The weakness of fighting them in the corridor is that we could be overwhelmed, and then we'd have no way out. But on the other hand, fighting them in the open could be even worse if we're outnumbered.
Well, we don't even know what's in here either. We haven't looked. We don't even know what's in that door over there.
To be fair, I just wanted to get the mother and the kids out, and then come back in here and solve this.
Once we leave, we're probably leaving for good.
Yeah. Very good
DM?
point. Yes.
Benadryl would like to make sure that they didn't set the house on fire and leave.
Like the Tressendar Manor?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
It
house
doesn't
is...
look like they set house
No.
on fire, does it?
There wouldn't be much to burn. There's actually... The timber that still is there is pretty rotted. Most of it's masonry, and the masonry is crumbling. It doesn't look very flammable. Except from the moss, but
Good
the moss
news,
is kind of
gentlemen.
wet.
The manor is not on fire.
Well-
That's good to hear. Lars says confusedly, looking up at the hallway.
okay, so the question is that do we want to check this room, or do we feel it's better to just leave it as
Okay,
is
we're-
and go?
We're thinking about this too much. Let's just go up.
Okay.
I trust Sildar.
Albertine, you go first before we get the mother and kids, so we'll have the mother and kids follow, and then everyone else behind.
He nods. So everybody heads up into the manor here. You guys kind of reach the surface in like a little corner in the basement. It's just kind of a recessed area. Looks deserted, sounds deserted. As a matter of fact, so deserted that I think we should change the music.
Huh. So... Huh. This is probably the most confusing outcome I had. Why would the Redbrands immediately abandon this location?
Perhaps there are forces larger at play that we don't know about.
Either that, or they don't want us to know about the the very castle, the thing we're looking for, so they retreated to it before we could get information out of one of them who would know.
Could be.
Well, that's as important as it is to find that castle right now with our employers. Right now, we have to get these people to safety.
Do you know anyone in town? I turned to the mother and asked, do you know anyone in town, or is that kind of not a safe place for you right now? I'd like to know before I take you there.
It is challenging with the Redbrand presence. We would rather not encounter any of them ever again.
Gotcha. Yeah, I figured that would be the answer.
They slaughtered my husband, she says, just kind of staring at the floor. And she says this without much feeling. There's kind of a faraway look in her eye. She states it like a fact.
This lady needs a lot of therapy.
Who was your husband? I'm not familiar with this area. We're outsiders.
She thinks for a minute, as if checking her notes. His name
I
was...
get it. You don't want to think about it very much. But it may be important.
Keep talking. You're like, no, it's fine. She's like, oh, but his name... You're like, no, it's fine. It's fine. Take your time. His name, it's all right. You're going through a lot. It's okay.
Yeah.
Consistent interruptions.
Eventually, she opens up. She lets you know that his name was Thel. He was killed for defying them.
Did he live here, or did he live elsewhere?
He was one of them, she says, with just kind of a hollow ring in her voice. Things were fine until he started taking issue with some of the things they were doing.
I take it this is the thing with the goblins?
Goblins, she says, and she looks up. What goblins?
Yeah, so I guess you didn't know. The friend who I'm assuming murdered your husband is working with the goblins to steal, cargo from caravans moving to and from. We are trying to find the castle where said stuff is going.
She furrows her brow. She's like, I wish you much luck. Me and my friends, we must build another life somewhere else. Me and my children. Give me a minute. I gotta tune my brain. Me and my children must build another life somewhere far away from here.
Yes,
You've done me a great service.
We're gonna have to figure out how to get them at least somewhere that they won't die within 10 feet of the village.
If you can escort us outside of the city limits, I think we should be alright from there. Listen,
Okay,
I have something to tell you. And she takes out like a piece of parchment, and on it is written just kind of like some scribbles in a language you can't understand. And she like squints at it as if trying to decipher what the words mean, as if recalling them kind of from a long forgotten memory. My family has possession of an heirloom. It is hidden somewhere in this area. When I was a
Very
child,
good.
we fled from the town of Thundertree after the undead overran it. We had an urban alchemy shop, inside of which there was a case containing an emerald necklace. It was hidden beneath a section of storage shelves. Never dared to return to retrieve it. The shop was in the southeast part of Thundertree. If you ever decide to explore the town's ruins, you may find it there.
I thank you.
She nods sagely, and then her and her children just kind of begin wandering off.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to assume the town is not friendly to us anymore. Out of fear of what the Redbrands will do for assisting us.
Sildar,
I think that's a fair assessment.
he stretches and he cracks his back. Redbrands, bunch of upstarts. They only got here about 6 months ago. Don't think their reach extends far enough. As he's saying this, he like swings his sword around. Any luck, we'd be able to wipe them out or drive them out of Phandelver. What say you? And he like turns around. He's got this like fiery look in his eyes.
Yeah,
I'll set them on fire and steal their money.
Recalling back to the criminal backgrounds my character has in his network, saying very similar things about the Redbrands, thinking about my odds, going, yeah, I agree with Sildar.
But I would like to point out one thing I think everyone's forgetting is that the Redbrands here are connected to a larger crime syndicate that we don't know much of. I've heard talk of them all the way in the capital when I was growing up. This black spider logo was always their mark. We found a letter of that here earlier, if you remember.
The Sildar looks frustrated at this information, but nods sagely as if like, you make a good point.
That spider mark. Let me see that spider mark. Do you have that letter still, Lars?
Yes, I do. I have it here. Lars brings out a comically oversized book that he contains all of his notes in. Let's see. It should be here, page 22, subsection B. Yes, here it is.
You really need to get a hobby.
Still crisp. What?
You really need to get a hobby.
This is my hobby.
Okay,
Oh,
so what I'm doing here is I want to check between my knowledge of my criminal contacts to try and decipher whose emblem that is.
Okay. So make a
Probably be a history check,
yeah,
right?
I'd say history roll.
Okay, history. Let me double check what my modifier is on history. History is a +3. Not great. So 8. Whoop, where'd that go?
It's over here. You blew up the door.
I'm trying to get it back into my hand. There we go. Yeah, so it's an 8 total, so that doesn't tell me pretty much anything more than it's a criminal syndicate.
You don't know much about it, but you do know that it's named the Black Spider. I'm not sure if this information is useful, but you recognize it is mysterious. It is a very mysterious, like, emblem of this Black Spider organization.
So,
Okay.
basically what I remember from the tales down in the trade district. Not a group to be trifled with. A lot of hushed tones when even mere mentioning the signature.
Yeah. Do we know what the letter says, or is it just an empty, is it just the... Like, there's no contents inside said letter?
No, there were contents inside said letter. It was a letter to Lord Albrick from an Iano, simply stating, I gotta remember where I put that.
I have it right
was
here.
in DMs.
If you want me to read it out.
Oh, I've got it right here.
Okay.
Quote, my spies in Neverwinter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandelver. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them if you can, kill them if you must, but don't allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I'm counting on you, Yarno. Don't disappoint me.
Can I
Lord Albrick.
Can I roll history to see if I know who that is?
Lord Albrecht?
Yeah, because he's connected to the spider thing, so I might actually know the name.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hopefully I don't destroy anything this time. 14.
14, okay. The name Albrecht rings a bell. The name is tied to some shady dealings. You've heard it in your adventuring career mentioned in alleyways and sometimes in high-level, like, politicians' houses. There's been a handful of situations in which you've heard that name. None of them were good.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this gentleman we're dealing with, as Lars suspects, not good, guys.
Yeah, not good. Not great, not good.
I mean, I would always trust what the dwarves have to say. They
yes.
they don't tell many lies, especially the ones I've met.
Although it's curious that why he wants the maps in particular. Perhaps does are dwarven maps known to hold secrets that other people's maps don't, or is it just specific to whatever he's looking for?
It's likely tied to local legends within the region.
And also, he had
Yeah, that was a
spies
great
in the
deal of
Neverwinter,
confidence.
so they were clearly talking about us.
Well, I mean, we can sit here and dwell on it, or we can actually get something done about it.
Right. So Sildar, the Redbrands clearly aren't here anymore. Do we have an indicator where they are, or should we go kick down the mayor's door and ask more questions? Figuratively, we're not gonna kick the door.
I imagine Toa side eyes Garthus when he says that.
Garthus gives a benign smile.
I guess we're leaving the dungeon now.
Yes, you are
Okay.
leaving the dungeon.
All right. I would advise everybody keep an eye open just in case we have another surprise visit or two. They may be out of town if we're lucky. You know, raiding some other poor unfortunate soul.
The unfortunate thing is that I don't think, other than gaining the data that someone is very much looking for us, because they think we have maps that I don't think we actually do have. Do we have the dwarven map he's actually looking for?
Do you?
I do not believe we do.
Did the goblin take it from you, Sildar? Did you ever have it? Or?
I remember going through my notes here. We found some dwarven scrolls in the bookshelf where we found Benadryl, but I don't think they were maps in particular. No, they weren't. Just some journals. That was it. Just adventuring journals that I also have in my inventory.
Good.
All right. And with that, takes all of you out. Grab your dice. Any of you that have free floating dice. All right. So let's go ahead and let me grab you. Put that over there. All right. With that, I think that wraps up the session. We will begin next time in the town of Phandelver, where you guys will be exploring the after effects of your violent foray into the Redbrand's dungeon hideout.
I'm sure that there will be absolutely no negative consequences.
None whatsoever.
Well, the worst case scenario is that we're going to have to leave this town, and we're going to have to leave the town very quickly, and there'll be a lot of blood all over the streets.
Yeah. No, that's just worst case scenario. It'll be fine. All right. Good session. I'm going to go ahead and call it there, and we'll see everybody next week.